Animal Kingdom being a half-day park for us meant that we had just a little bit more time for even more Disney magic. What's going on, everybody? I'm David, and this is our family small shop, Mickey and Mandy. We're Disney adults that create custom bags, screen-printed shirts, and handmade home decor inspired by everybody's favorite magical theme parks. And in this week's video, we are going to continue talking about our last trip to Disney World by showing you how you can spend an evening over at Epcot. But before I go too much further forward, if you're not already, be sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future product deep dives from our family's small shop, mickeyandmandy.com. And that way you don't miss out on any future Disney parks related content as well. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads so that way you don't miss out on new product drops on our website, you don't miss out on our ready to ship drops, and you don't miss out on any sales that we're going to be running. All right, now let's pull on that yellow strap and let's get going. Being able to do everything that we wanted to do over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, in the case of Dinosaur, a couple times over, meant that we got to go back to our hotel for a well-deserved break at Coronado Springs, but it also meant that our evening was free. And what better way to spend an evening at Walt Disney World than just hopping over to Epcot for a minute? So that was exactly what we did. There were some new experiences at Epcot that we didn't get a chance to try, and some family favorite attractions over there that we wanted to do. And it was a blast for the most part. The only real standing appointment that we had was our Lightning Lane reservation over at Soarin' Around the World. This one is a family favorite. It is a must-do experience for us. And this is an attraction, it really doesn't get old. And I might be crazy here, and let me know in the comments for those of you that go to Disney World more often than I do. I think that they changed the Eiffel Tower scene there at the end. It felt like a different piece of footage because the curvature of the Eiffel Tower didn't seem nearly as aggressive. There was still a curve, but not like a half circle. But Soarin', always such a relaxing experience. Even the wait time, it was probably because we had the Lightning Lane. Not bad at all. And Soarin' Around the World is one of those attractions that if you don't mind a standby line, just do it. Save your Lightning Lane reservation for a different attraction. But if waiting in lines isn't your thing, it's worth pulling the trigger on. After Soarin' Around the World, we met up with my cousin and we went ahead and walked through Moana, The Journey of Water. This was the actual brand new experience that we haven't gotten to do before. So we wanted to do a quick walkthrough of it and kind of see what it was about. If you're not familiar, Moana Journey of Water is an experience at Epcot through all sorts of different rock formations and different interactive water exhibits. And there are some informational plates that kind of tell you about how certain bodies of water move and work and what they do for us. It can be a good learning opportunity, so kind of a nice callback to like old Epcot Center. And the interactive water exhibits were cool. I don't know if I would do it again, though. It was very busy in there, and obviously waiting your turn for certain experiences is part of it. That's life. But if it is busy in there, you will spend a hefty amount of time in Moana Journey of Water just waiting to play around with the water. And again, the interactive water exhibits are super cool, and there's a wide variety of them. You can use motion to make them go up and down. As you walk through, they disappear. So there is a wide variety of different ways that you can interact with the water, but again, it can be a little busy. Not really my cup of tea. If I'm gonna do something busy, I would prefer that it be a ride. But again, just my personal opinion, if you've got little ones, Moana Journey of Water, big thumbs up, do it. And it was after Moana Journey of Water where we kind of split ways. One part of us went over to the land again to ride Living with the Land since it had a pretty short wait, and the other part of us went to go do Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I'll talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind first. I cannot get over how such an amazing and immersive experience Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is. It is, without a doubt, one of the more fun experiences over at Epcot and is one of the most immersive experiences, some of the best examples of Disney Imagineering storytelling at the Walt Disney World Resort. It does a really good job of building up why you're there, why you're in this world, why you're interacting with these characters from Marvel, and setting the stage for a very real threat as far as that universe goes. Because obviously big celestial beings, you know, taking a time generator and going back in time, that's preposterous for you and I. But for Marvel steaks, that's bananas to do that. And even like getting into space, like getting in the vehicle, going through the jump point, the launch, being zipped around all these corners, you're looking down at Earth and the moon. It really is some of the most fun that you'll have on a Disney coaster. Like, to me, Disney Imagineering made Space Mountain walk so that way Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind could not run, but just full-blown sprint. And for any of you that are wondering, the song that we got, it was One Way or Another. I was personally hoping for September, but you don't win them all. Now let's get over to Living with the Land, because that group did not have nearly as much fun as the rest of us. I'm just going to preface this by saying Living with the Land already not going to be our most favorite attraction at Epcot. And I know that that's a hot take for some Disney adults because it can be very smooth and relaxing, and it's just a nice opportunity for you to be off your feet. Where the attraction will kind of lose its ability to be fun though, and relaxing, is when it breaks down when you're a third of the way through the attraction and you're stuck on it until park closing, so you don't get to do anything else. And you're watching everybody else around you be evacuated, and you're just kind of getting shoved from one room into the next one and then back again. And huge, big disclaimer right here. I understand that there are policies and procedures and very specific ways that guests are supposed to be safely evacuated from an attraction when it breaks down. I get it. And I understand that just because one individual may be in a boat does not make that person any more or less important than any of the other theme park guests that are going through this as well and just trying to enjoy their day at Epcot. However, when somebody is on Living with the Land waiting to be evacuated and it takes as long, if not longer, for somebody to do standby and ride Guardians of the Galaxy and get off and get snacks and drinks before you are even evacuated off of the ride. Again, I get it. There's policies and procedures, there are steps, and that's all I'm going to leave it at when it comes to the evacuation procedures that we experienced when it came to Living with the Land. So that part was kind of a bummer, and Living with the Land already not sitting super high on our Epcot must-do list kind of got shoved down in a pretty big way. It's really only one step above Mission Space for us at this point, and even then. But moving on to happier things, we were able to kind of turn the evening around on our own. When the Guardians of the Galaxy group got off of, Guardians, we ended up taking the opportunity to check out some of the seasonal booths that are over at Epcot for, I think it was Flower and Garden. Because that's the wonderful thing about Epcot, is that there's always a festival, there's always a seasonal thing happening. I don't know if I can really recommend any one given dining experience that's always there, because there's always a festival. They always do new things for the festival. So there's always something new and yummy and sweet, tangy, savory, spicy, delicious to partake in during your visit to Epcot. So my other half was really hankering some street corn. I don't know why, but she was. And luckily, there was a booth at Epcot, sure enough, that had some. I got to have one bite of it, and then it was immediately taken away from me. Buttery, spicy, but not in a bad way. Like, the flavors there were good. I mean, it's a corn on the cob on a stick that you can eat in a Disney park. I mean, it's gonna be a win no matter what. But heckin' buttery and heckin' spicy. And then I ended up getting this chicken and waffle. I think it was over by Communical. But it was a standard, just buttermilk chicken. Honestly, imagine a chicken tender that you would get from Cosmic Rays, but bigger. So, way better. And then it was on a jalapeno corn muffin waffle. Like, what? Like, normally chicken and waffles also comes with like syrup or something. Honestly, did not need it. The flavors of the chicken, the savoriness and juiciness of the chicken, but then you kind of got the sweetness of the corn muffin with bits of jalapeno in it. It was a perfect blend of flavors. And we did end up getting a couple of beers and a couple of cocktails from that same spot over at Communicore. Everybody was pretty high strung and still stressed out from the length of the evacuation, so I didn't get the chance to take note of the beer that we got, but it was an IPA, but not a traditional IPA. It wasn't like licking a pine tree and then just taking a bite out of an orange. I would qualify it more as a hazy. So still a little bit of bitterness, but it was still very light and refreshing, a little bit of fruitiness to it. That was actually what paired really well with the chicken and waffle, because there was a little bit of heat from the jalapeno from the chicken and waffle, and you pair that with the IPA and it just kind of was beautiful. And then the cocktail we got, again, there was a little bit of running back and forth, so I didn't actually quite catch the name of the cocktail, so I am very sorry. I'm a bad Disney influencer. But it was more or less a vodka lemonade. I didn't get to try this one myself. Vodka is not really my thing, but other members of the family really did seem to enjoy it. I mean, and it's a Disney drink, so they pour a little bit on the heavier side, so you're gonna be tasting a lot of vodka with it. But it was essentially mixed with like a pink lemonade, so it was very good. I think the other one, I think we actually got one vodka, and I think we got one gin as well. And it was the end of the night, so yeah, they were pouring heavy. But again, we were able to savor the evening because we did get some really yummy food and some super refreshing drinks. And we did get to see Spaceship Earth at night. Epcot is one of those parks that it's been 6 years since we've been there at night. So obviously long before they put all the lights on Spaceship Earth. So yeah, we haven't really gotten to see the Epcot ball all lit up at night before. So getting to see that was a lot of fun. We got to get some pictures and videos for content, so that was nice. So that was our evening at Epcot. I think really the only knock, aside from half of us being stranded on Living with the Land for what I think ultimately ended up being like, what, 2.5 hours, is that since the park was also closing a little on the earlier side, we didn't get the chance to do anything else. But out of all seriousness, it was a very fun evening. The food was delicious. Guardians of the Galaxy was a lot of fun. It was great getting to see my cousin and catch up with him. And it was great getting to see the Epcot ball at night. And we did still manage to get back to the hotel early enough that we got to kind of relax, get another late night snack, and pack up because we were leaving the next morning. But yeah, that was our evening at Epcot. Let us know down in the comments if you had to pick one Disney park, land or world, to spend a very quick evening at, which park would it be and why? And again, everybody, be sure that you subscribe over to our channel here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on future Disney park videos and any other product deep dives, because we do look into how we make signs and shirts and bags. All of these are available on our family small shop, mickeyandmandy.com. And also be sure that you follow us over on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Those are the sites where we post about any new product drops. We do run sales on our shop, so all the sales information will be over there too. And that's also where we kind of give you a sneak peek about what we are going to be posting on our weekly ready to ship drops. But more importantly than that, everybody, we do want to thank you so much for being here, and we will see you real soon.